Today we're going to talk about the new Netflix anime series Japan Sinks 2020. So let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. After a catastrophic earthquake devastates Japan, one family's resolve is tested on a journey of survival through the sinking of a group of islands. Japan Sinks 2020 is based off of a novel which was released in 1973 called Japan Sinks, and it also had some other adaptations throughout the years. This is a 10-part series, about 25 minutes each for each episode, and it is a very devastating kind of series. There are several moments in this series where there might be some happy moments for this family who encounter other people throughout these earthquakes, and they have a score that may seem like it's happy for some people that they're trying to, get to safety, and then they just rip it right away from you, and it's really shocking at times. There is a lot of earthquakes that are happening and islands are sinking, and everybody is trying to get to safety. Much like a huge disaster movie, you have a group of characters who encounter other characters, and they're all kind of working together to reach safety. You've seen big disaster movies like 2012 and Independence Day or Day After Tomorrow. Those big movies, you see a group of people trying to get to safety and all working together. That's essentially what Japan Sinks 2020 is. There's a huge disaster with earthquakes and tidal waves, and just a bunch of different things are happening, and everybody is trying to get to safety. Not only is there natural disasters, there's man-made disasters as well. As this family is trying to make their way across Japan, the earthquakes and rising tides are some of their smallest problems. They have to search for food and water as well. There are people that are trying to protect their stores and protect themselves as well. So you have people that are fighting against each other as well. The series does a good job of looking at the natural disaster as well as people fighting against each other as well. And throughout, the animation works really well. There's a lot of detail for the buildings and the disasters and volcanoes and different things like that. It all looks really good. The humans, though, there are at times where it's less detailed than the disasters. Some of the humans have really beefy necks, and sometimes they don't even have eyes. There's a scene where I noticed a guy was shooting at someone else and didn't have any eyes. This is kind of anime where in the background people do not move; they just stand still. So I found the natural disasters and the scenery more detailed than the characters themselves. But throughout, we get a lot of great animation for the earthquakes and the tidal waves and the rising water as well. It all looks really good. Each episode just feels so intense. Like I said, there are moments that just rip away the happiness for some of these characters. The characters are going through a lot. This family of 4 is experiencing their family just being ripped away from them. And there's moments where you're thinking, okay, the end of the episode is going to be, happy for this group that is trekking through Japan. And then it's just absolutely ripped away from them. And it's really heartbreaking. There's a lot of emotional moments for these characters because you do feel a connection to them as they are moving through Japan. And it's quickly paced. And I really like that there was some character growth for some of the characters. And then you got to know some of them as well. And then those emotional moments did pack a punch. Early on in a couple of the beginning episodes, I was shocked with how they handled some of the characters and some of those emotional gut-punching scenes really did shock me. The series also takes a look at being there for one another and family love and what people will do to protect each other this, like I said, the scenes are always moving, so it's got a really quick pace to it. And so the family is trying to be there for one another and protect each other as well. And then you have other characters that enter this group, and they form a strong bond as well. And so the series does take a look at love and being there for one another. We're also in the midst of this huge natural disaster. Japan Sinks 2020 was a great anime series filled with a lot of emotional moments, just straight gut punches I did not expect, and they were emotional because you got to know some of the characters. There were a few moments towards the end of the series where some of the characters were trying to pass time or, enjoy themselves, like a rap battle. It felt a little bit out of place and a little bit awkward. Those scenes kind of happened towards the end of the series, but nonetheless, it was a really interesting story. It was based off of a novel released in 1973. I think there was a manga for it. There was a film adaptation as well. So this is not the first story for Japan Sinks. It's just a new anime series which was released on Netflix. Really good series, 10 episodes, a couple episodes shorter than your average Netflix anime series. But nonetheless, it was a really good series, really devastating series. Some moments I just did not expect at all. And I was like, oh wow, that just happened. So be prepared. There are some devastating moments for some of the characters. I'm not going to spoil anything about the characters and what happened to certain characters, but there are plenty of moments where things happen. I'm going to go ahead and give Japan Sinks 2020 an A-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Japan Sinks 2020 new Netflix anime series. Let me know what you thought about the series in the comment section down below. My name is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.